Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Happy New Year's Eve. Whenever you're ready, chime in.
No, I was just making a weird noise on purpose. What's up, motherfuckers?
How's everybody doing tonight? Good to see everybody in here. Jaden, Dave Vanderhoff, Alexis Horror, Ben Grimm, Saturn Video, Sam Thomas, and Scratch Burno, Antanas, Blu-ray Addict, Ethan, Jerry Nelson, Matt. God bless everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? Who's ready for 2023? Doesn't that sound futuristic? 2023.
Yeah, the 20. It's like every movie you ever watched as a kid. They always said like the 2020s, like that's where they all took place. The future. Now it's like shit. 2023. Yeah, it sounds so scientific. I saw somebody in the chat saying Nick must have had Taco Bell. You'd be right, but yeah. That's not why. I didn't know the link came through Instagram, and I was putting my kid to bed, so here we are.
One more year, and Jason X predicted hockey is going to be abolished in 2024. So if you're a hockey fan, you better cherish 2023. It's coming to an
end. I don't know, man. But if Jason X said it, I have no reason to believe that it's not going to happen. So, yeah, man. It's New Year's Eve. How the hell's everybody doing tonight? What are we up to? What's everybody up to?
Everybody's probably. I feel like nobody's doing anything tonight. I don't know. It doesn't even feel like New Year's Eve to me. I feel like it should be summer. I guess it's just how fast time flies as you get older.
Oh my God, Pitch Black is out, Mark. Hell yeah. I need to get me some Pitch Black. Yeah, dude, New Year's Eve is a weird holiday now. Like, it's so weird. Like, when I was a kid, I don't know if you did this, but, when you'd have, like, you go to a friend's house or you'd have people over at your house when you're a kid and you drink the sparkling juice out of the champagne cups and you'd think that you were cool. Now New Year's Eve I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, midnight comes, yay. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So...
Yeah, Blu-ray Addict said it right. 2022 flew by. It was a busy year though. It was actually a pretty damn good year, if I say so. I mean, there was a lot of great physical media. Saw a lot of cool movies this year. It's gonna be interesting now that we're out of the Halloween run. It's a different energy, but 2023 is shaping up to look pretty good. I'm ready. I'm ready. And I don't know about anybody else. For some reason, I always jive better with odd number years. So the fact that it's 2023, like, I love that. I love 2011. I don't like even number years. I just don't like the way they sound. So I know that's probably weird, but...
Well, I mean...
Maybe my life has been better on odd number years, and I'm subconsciously realizing it. But I like odd number years. They just sound cooler to me.
I got married in 2021. I had my kid in 2020, so that was an even year. I'd have to think about it, but there might be something to that. There might be something to that. Yeah, I don't know. I had some people asking me on Instagram earlier what we're going to be talking about tonight. Honestly, I think that we're going to reflect back on the year that was and look forward to the year that is. Really, I mean, it's a New Year's show. We're not going up until the ball drop, guys. Don't worry. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to do stuff with friends or family or just yourselves. So we're not going all night or anything. But yeah, we're going to reflect back on just like the year that was. And I don't know. I think we might get a little sentimental tonight. And by we, I mean me. So yeah, Christian doesn't get sentimental.
No, I'm dead on the inside. Nothing. I don't get worked up. Nothing pisses me off. That's not true. Josh said, "I found your channel podcast this year." God bless, Josh. What is your profile picture of? Is that SpongeBob with a brain?
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's like a Mars Attacks looking SpongeBob.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah.
The After Hours is a great episode. Well, one of these days I want to do a podcast recording at like 1 a.m. Maybe we'll do that this year.
I'm not opposed to that so long as I don't work the next day. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Dave got married in 2002. Dave, I was 10 years old in 2002.
I was 8. Yeah.
Y'all not big into Smile? This surprises me. I thought it was fine.
It was fine. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like so many people were popping hard-ons for it, and if you loved it, that's awesome. Like, I guess I just, for me, I was like, maybe it was a hype. You know what I mean? Because I didn't see it till it had been out for a few months, so I had heard all the chatter about it, and then I went and saw it, and I was like, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't bad, but you know,
Yeah. I'm glad it made a lot of money though.
yeah, original horror making 200 million plus is good for everybody. So
Yeah. And I'm not going to name any names, but I saw a number of people say
guys, Christian timed out. Christian officially died. Looks like I'm hosting.
Am I
There
back?
he is.
Am I back?
You're back. You're back.
Yeah. Paramount did a fantastic job promoting Smile. That movie made a shit ton of money like they wanted it to. So, what's the big deal?
Dude, I don't know. I really don't. Anytime you get an R-rated horror movie that makes $200 million, that doesn't happen a lot. That was huge news when Halloween did that in 2018. It was a big deal. It seems like Smile, like people aren't treating it as such a big deal. I'm like, that's a big deal. Like, I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to reflect on? Where are we starting?
All right, Christian. Well, if I can stand on my soapbox for a second, I just want to say, I know hundreds of you guys have subscribed to my channel because of this podcast, because you found me through Christian, and that's been really cool. I've seen my channel continue to grow steadily. It's modest, but it means a lot to me. It's been no secret to any of you guys that know me and Christian's dead, that know me or that have been, I don't know, just following along this journey. 2022 was definitely a rocky year. It was a rocky year, and yeah, at times it really sucked. So before we get into talking about movies from this year and looking forward to next year, I just want to say that, to everybody that's been in our corner and been in my corner and has had patience with, sometimes where I sparingly upload or whatever it might be, it really means a lot. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the next year. I really am. I'm hopeful. I made a lot of major life changes last year because I really had some really shitty habits that I had to correct. And obviously, that's not what this show is going to be about. I just wanted to get this out there and just say that, I appreciate it. And it means a lot. And I'm looking forward to next year. And I love the pod, and I love all you guys listening and supporting us. And yeah, I don't know. It's been cool, and hopefully I don't have lapses in uploads and whatnot this coming year. Things seem to be trending well for the wife and I as of right now. So I'm optimistic about that. So yeah.
Well said. Well said. I agree. It's what the fuck was that? Let the dog talk, dude.
No.
Let the dog's got something to say.
No, he barks whenever he hears a car in the street, like somebody just getting home. He's got to bark. So yeah.
No, well said, Nick. Let me get this, and I'll say my 2 cents. Hey, Johnny, thank you so much. He gave a $10 super chat. He said, "Hearts on fire." He's singing the Rocky IV song. Hearts on fire, strong desire rages deep within. Hearts on fire, fever's rising. The moment of truth draws near. Johnny, whenever I go on my run, I always start my run with that song, especially on work days because I'm so exhausted. I don't have any. I didn't make a run, but that song I can't walk and listen to that song. God bless, Johnny. Happy New Year to you. Nick, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to listen back to some of that to hear what you said, because when I try to use my 4K webcam, it does not like the stream, so I lagged a little bit. But
in summation, I was just basically just talking about how it's been no secret that a lot of people came to my channel because of this podcast, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you putting me on and asking me to do it, and that it's also been no secret that I've had quite a rocky 2022,
right.
and but I am optimistic about 2023. So, just appreciative of everybody that's been in my corner, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I 2022 is a good year for me. I mean, there's been some stuff that I go through, but no offense, I love all of you, but those are my personal battles I'm dealing with, and I'm not going to tell anybody about it on the internet. But
he tells me.
I've gone through some stuff, but look, the bottom line is, and there are going to be people in here that are going to say, Christian, you're a baby. You're a baby. You're not old. And you're right, I'm not old. But when I turned something about turning 30, I don't know what it was. I said to myself, Christian, fucking go for it. Don't be lazy. Work your ass off. You want a big YouTube channel? Fucking work. So I have been busting my ass, and it's working. And I'm going to continue to bust my fucking ass because that's all I know how to do. So I'm going for it. I'm putting 150% in everything I do from here on out, and just be ready, because I want the people that are ahead of me. You better be fucking working hard, because I'm working hard. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, fuck you, Dave, calling me a baby. I knew you were going to be the first motherfucker to call me a baby, Dave. No, I love you, Dave. I'm kidding. But seriously, I'm working my ass off, and it's because of you guys. You guys motivate the shit out of me, and I appreciate it. So yeah, it's been a hell of a year. It's been a hell of a year, and I feel like we're ending it strong. And oh God, thank you guys for the super chats. Tales from the Shelf 499. He says 2022 is a year I got big into your channel and the podcast, as well as a year I made my own channel. Goal this year is to be a guest on here. Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. De Jesus, what's up, pimp? Cheers, fellas. So stoked. I discovered you both this year. Quickly became two of my favorite YouTubers to watch. Look forward to Uneeda each week. That's amazing, man. I mean, when we started the podcast, I just said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to fucking do it. And I'm not going to half-ass it. I'm going to be consistent with it, and we're going to do a good job. And I think look, I'm not saying we're the best podcast out there, but I mean, God damn it, man. I think we're pretty fucking good. Like, I really don't want to sound, I'm not drunk either. I'm sober saying this, but we worked our ass off, and we put a lot of hours into it. And I'm couldn't be happier with the fans. You guys are amazing. Every week you're ready for it. And if it goes over 7 days, I usually hear from you. Where is it? Where's the next episode? So,
or he'll hear from me about it. So yeah.
And that's good. I mean, I'm glad, because Nick, it's true. Nick has never let me. I remember I didn't realize it had been almost 2 weeks. He's like, what gives? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's been like 17 days. I was like, shit, I didn't know. So he's on top of it too. But it's been great, guys.
We were gonna go last night. I mean, total transparency for you guys. The initial plan was to do this last night, but like I said, I'm, hopefully in the process of beginning to work things out with my wife. So she wanted to hang out last night, and I was like, I'm going to do that. And Christian's always cool about that. Anytime anything comes up, we've both had things come up before, but, yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know, man. It's really cool. Yeah. It's just been really cool. And there's some stuff to look forward to in 2023, guys. Like, I'm sure, well, I guess, we're still ironing out details and getting in touch with people, but you're going to see a Uneeda and Halloweenies crossover at some point in 2023. The Bloody Disgusting Podcast Halloweenies. You're going to see a crossover.
Can we tell the story of you getting fucking irate when I texted you that one day and I said, Nick, I found this podcast. These guys seem really cool. We should do something. And I sent him the link, and you could finish.
I said, are you fucking kidding me, Christian? And he was like, what? I was like, I've literally been telling you about this podcast for months. he's like, oh man, like I don't know, might have just got lost in translation at some point, like I blah blah blah. Like I listen to so many podcasts, I get so many podcast recommendations. Like I'm like, dude, I've literally been telling you about this podcast for months. It's funny you mentioned them, Christian, that you're talking about that because tonight I went back while I was at work and just re-listened to their Halloween Ends episode. I've listened to that episode twice now. It was 3.5 hours, and these guys did not like Halloween 2018. They really didn't like Halloween Kills. They thought they were going to hate Halloween Ends. Every single one of them liked Halloween Ends. So it's 3.5 hours of just pure joy for me to listen to because I'm like, yes, validate me. But yeah, they're a great podcast, and I was pissed that Christian just went totally over his head.
Yeah, and it's not that I wasn't listening to you. It's stuff comes in and stuff goes out. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Looking back, it's funny. It's funny. I'll clean up the horror room, and then in 2 hours, it's fucking filthy in here again. But looking back at the year, I actually want to talk to the audience now, and please drop a like on the show, guys. We'd appreciate it. I want to get your guys' thoughts on what your favorite shows have been and what you guys have liked, because there's no doubt there were moments where I wanted to experiment, and then we did commentaries, and then we would do tier rankings videos, and then we would do bullshit episodes. And of course I look at the numbers, and I look at the likes, and then I look at the comments on stuff. But it's interesting because sometimes when I'll hear from the audience, what they'll say they love is some of the lesser performing episodes. So it's just interesting. It's all over the map. And I wanted to know, you, the audience here watching us, what is your favorite type of episode? Like, and if you never give your 2 cents, if you're watching this right now, we got 100 people here, and there's not 100 people commenting. If you are a fan of the show, please, right now, if you never comment, you just watch, for me right now, let me know what you guys like, because you're the fans. We want to give you what you want. I want to hear from you guys. So let us know. Of course, Tales from the Shelf said Crystal Lake with Memories with Piz was a favorite.
Oh, yeah. I'm
sure we'll get Piz back on soon this year. He's always a great guest to have, and every episode we have has been really fun. I look back and I try to think of what my favorite episode has been. And there's
DeJesus asked us which ones we were most proud of. Honestly, I'm really proud of the Gary Tunnicliffe. I'm always really proud of the ones we do with Sean. He is just so fun to talk to and so knowledgeable. And anytime we have somebody like Lee or Piz on, it's always a great time. But honestly, a highlight last year was we watched a movie. It was absolutely, we watched a movie because I've been watching them for a decade, and they seem like super cool dudes in their videos and super funny and laid back. But you worry, like, are they going to big league me? Is it going to be like the same? And I'll tell you what, guys, we went for 2 hours with them, and as soon as we were done and we were back in the green room, so to speak, like Mike and Jay were both like, "Oh, we're done." Like we could have gone like 2 more hours. We love talking to you guys, and that shit was like so cool because it was like, these dudes that have 150,000 plus people that I've looked up to for a long time. I know Christian has as well.
Yeah.
Like they were so fucking cool. And like, we just got along with them really well. And that was awesome. That was really awesome.
That's certainly up there for me. Now I gotta think about it. Damn. Let me see what the people are saying. I don't want to have too much here. I want to, there's a number of people saying they like the call-in shows. And it's funny because when I was cleaning earlier, the episode that ended up pulling up was the one where Corey Cunningham joined the show and took some calls. And listen, people, I get a little bummed out because people ask for that stuff to come back, the call-ins, a lot. You guys have to understand something. I'm going to be blunt honest with you guys about it, because there's nothing and I talked about this before. It's such a slippery slope for me to take a live call and somebody say something extremely horrible live on the air, because there's a lot of variables, okay? Obviously, it goes without saying, neither me or Nick are racists, bigots, anything like that. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, somebody calls up and immediately yells the N-word, like happened. It never happened on the podcast, but it happened on my channel. Let's say somebody calls up, obviously a white guy, because that guy ended up calling me. I got his voicemail. I listened to it. He apologized to me. But let's just say it caught Nick off guard, and the guy yells the N-word. And again, Nick's not a racist. Of course he's not. But let's say he chuckles because it came out of left field so much, and he laughs. If somebody clips that and says, "Oh, look at Nick laughing at somebody yelling the N-word," you finished. You're done. I cannot risk that, guys. I cannot risk it. When it happened to me, thankfully, I had the foresight not to laugh at something like that on the internet, because how bad would that look on me?
I wouldn't either, guys. Just so you know, that's not something I would laugh at. But yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, anything can get taken out of context, but especially something like that, one, it's kind of hard to take that out of context. You know, it's pathetic. We really liked the call-in shows. It was really cool to hear from some of you guys. It really was cool to hear from some of you guys and get your thoughts on stuff we were talking about and be able to ask us questions and stuff. And, you know, for somebody to just ruin that is just really shitty.
It sucks.
It's really shitty.
And here's how that can happen in the future. Okay? Here's an idea. Let's say you're a patron of me or Nick. When Scream comes, how about this? How does this sound? When Scream comes out, the new Six Scream, whatever we're calling this movie, Scream 6. If we say we are recording an episode, blank night, blank time, the phone line will be open for patrons from blank to blank during a time frame. If I record a podcast episode where patrons call in, if you're paying me, I don't think you're going to call and yell a profanity at me. It may be a bold assumption, but if you guys really like the call in, because look, I'm a Howard Stern guy. I grew up listening to Howard Stern. I love call-ins. I love saying you're on the air. I took so much. I don't think you guys have any idea how much joy I got out of saying you're on the air. I loved it. That could be something we could do. So if you're not a patron, might want to think about that. But let's see what people are saying. The franchise retrospectives, those were great. I like the episode where you interviewed the director from Jeepers Creepers Reborn. He was a great guy. My favorite my favorite type. This is from Film Blogger Sam. My favorite types are episodes of the ones that don't have topics, where you shoot from the hip and go in all sorts of directions. Love those. John McCullough's look for Papagino's pizzas at Walmart. Alexa says she likes the ranking the looks of the horror characters. Those were wild. Those episodes were just insane. Those were so fun. The Freddy one, the Jason one. Brandon kept coming in with some bullshit on those, and he would say something stupid every time.
Such a cock ass.
The franchise movie retrospectives were always great. TCM, Chucky, Friday the 13th. Talking the classics. I could talk listening to the 70s or 80s all the time. Jerry Nelson likes the Sean Clark one, which I thought the second one we did was even better than the first one.
Oh, yeah. And Sean gave Christian and I some beautiful nuggets, too. It's great to have friends in high places. I love anytime we can talk to Sean. And it's funny, too, because when we got done, as Christian already told you guys, we get done and Sean goes, "Hey, can you cut this out? Can you cut this out? Can you cut?" But that's how you know Sean's a good dude. And that's how you know he likes talking to you, because he'll literally just be unfiltered and like say shit. And then afterward, he'll be like, "Okay, cut that out." You know, and it's like, cool. That's how you know it's not just transactional to him. It's not just like, "Oh yeah, you know, you build my following, I build yours." Like, no, he likes talking to us. We love talking to Sean.
Yeah, Mike and Jay was cool. Justin says, always like when Sean is on. He's a very real, no BS kind of guy. Same with Gary Tunnicliffe. I think Gary was my favorite one. I really do. I thought Gary was he was the real deal.
And let me tell you guys, I pushed hard for that one. I was in contact with Gary for weeks and it kept falling through. Oh, I got to go to this con. I got to go do this. I got to do work on this. And I didn't give up. I was like, we will make it work whenever you can make it work. And Gary told us we'd have an hour with him. He's like, I got about an hour. We went damn near 2.5. So, yeah, great dude.
Yes. People are saying, look, if you laugh at it, nobody's good. Yeah, you guys, because there's somebody out there that wants to eat my lunch. So I guarantee you somebody would love to clip that, make me look like an asshole. That's just life, guys. I can't play that. I really appreciate it. Nick and Christian are the hottest horror YouTubers in the world. I mean, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. You
know. The Piz episodes. Yeah, so yeah, it seems like it's helpful, but it's also not decisive. It seems like you guys seem to like the variety of stuff, and I'm always down with covering the big topics. Like when Scream 5 came out, we did an episode on it. I like doing those. You know, I like staying current. I like staying up to date on things. I don't, you know, I used to want to be edgy and talk about, you know, I want to do 3 hours on I don't know. I want to do 3 hours on The Lamp. Like, no, I like to talk about what's going on in the world today. I like The Lamp, but I was just looking for an old movie on my shelf. But I like that. I like staying up on top of things. You know, it's I like talking about the new Scream film. I like talking about the new, you know, Evil Dead film and things like that. So, because I'm excited about the future, man. I think we need to enjoy it. I'm going to say 4 more years, and we're going to go back into a rut. I could be even a little more generous than that. I could be
Yeah, it's going to get bad quick. It always does, man. It always does. It's great. And then it does not, we don't ease into a downward spiral. We just immediately start to spiral. So can't wait for that.
Yep. I really enjoy. Oh, well, thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. Well, it's good to hear from the people.
Yeah. Christian, what movies are you thankful for from 2022? What movies? I mean, we know you love Men, but like, aside from Men, like, what are you thankful for from 2022?
Jeepers Creepers Reborn. No, I'm not kidding. Because it's because of what you just did. I have such great. I have such a kinship to this movie because of interviewing the director.
Yeah.
And seeing it in the theater.
People don't understand that, Christian. You and I have been like some of the only people on YouTube that did not destroy that movie. And it's like, people are like, why are you being so forgiving to some of it? And I'm like, we talked to the guy. Like, he seemed to care. Like, it's just different.
You can't bother trying to explain that to people. I've tried before because, you know, some people, I wasn't really, I mean, if he saw my review, I don't think he would come back on the channel because I said I liked it, but I mean, honestly, it was I mean, my thumbnail wasn't really flattering either, but no. I mean, I still liked it, but it was like the CGI was like, I'll never forget the final scene in Jeepers Creepers Reborn. That CGI was so bad.
You're talking about the Weatherman?
The Weatherman. I always forget what that thing's called. I call it a massive compass, you know. But I'll do. People audibly laughed in the theater at that, but they were laughing at the movie, not with the movie.
Yeah,
they turned on the movie about. I remember my crowd. It was a packed house. They turned on it about 20 minutes in.
Nobody walked out of mine though. I will say nobody walked out. Not that I noticed.
Shit, if I watch it, if I pay for a movie, I don't care how shitty it is, dude. I'm cheap. I gotta get my money's worth. I gotta get my money's worth.
I didn't walk out of fucking Slender Man, and I should have, because that movie was an abomination. But
that is one of the shittiest things I've ever. I love the story of Slender Man too, and the true crime stuff that goes with it.
Oh, I can't even talk to my wife about it. When we were hanging out last night, she was going through this memento box that she has. She keeps everything, and I was like, "Oh, that's a movie ticket. What is it?" And like literally, I had just 5 seconds ago told her, because we were talking about how we both keep movie tickets. And I was like, I don't keep ones that are shitty. Like, I wouldn't keep Slender Man. And then 5 seconds later, I say, what ticket is that? And she's like, Slender Man. I was like, Jesus Christ. We saw it together. It was one of the first movies we saw together after we started dating. And we both hated it. And like, you can't even talk to her about it because she gets depressed. She's like, in her words, Slendy deserved better. That's what she always says. I'm like, you're right. You're right.
But people are saying that they like Alexa says she's thankful for X. Freak of Four says Violent Night and Christmas Bloody Christmas. Thank you, CH, for the Christmas Bloody Christmas recommendation. Yeah, no problem. I am thankful for Scream 5. I think I'm most thankful for X this year. Besides, yeah, I mean, Men's my favorite movie of the year, but I think I'm most thankful for X. I mean, it was a hell of a way to start out the year. It was a great launching point. You got Terrifier 2 as well. I mean, son of a bitch. I had to break down and order another version of that because I got so sick of people showing off that really cool Amazon slipcover.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got a second version of that. Me and Cindy want to watch it again. We just gotta set aside the time.
Yeah, find the time. Yeah.
You know.
I'm thankful for Terrifier 2 for being an indie, out of left field, batshit crazy movie that got a theatrical release and surprised the shit out of me. Obviously thankful for X because I think we're going to get a phenomenal horror trilogy from X, and that's incredible. And it brought Ty West back to us. He hadn't directed in years, so that's great. And yeah, just to piss some people off, yeah, I am thankful for Halloween Ends. I absolutely am. I was thankful that they switched the damn formula up, and now I've got another bastard child in the series that I love that most people don't. So yeah.
I'm thankful for Halloween Ends as well. I mean, I got 2 movies this year with Blue Oyster Cult in it.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you, Robert A. Much love, guys. Happy 2023. The horror film I'm looking forward to in 23 is The Last Voyage of the Demeter. It's a movie on Dracula. I've never heard of that, Robert A. I don't know about that. I'll have to look into that. I'll tell you what I am looking so forward to this year is Renfield. I cannot wait. I'm at the edge of my seat. And that comes out in April. Nicolas Cage is Dracula. I mean, what are we talking about here? It's going to be amazing.
Homie, when should we expect Maxine? All we know is that 2023. We don't know when, but Ty West gave an interview, I think in October, and said it was going to be next year. So
I'm going to guess
September or October, I'd say.
Yeah. No, I actually think it might be early. I think it might be like.
Well, they haven't started shooting yet, as far as I know.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
We better get that shit going, man. I ain't got that much time left.
Well, it only took them X and Pearl was just a few weeks to shoot. So,
Ben Grimm says, "I'm thankful Halloween is over now. No more endless streams about it." Well, I got news for you, Ben Grimm. We're actually doing a 6-part series on the original 70th.
Yep.
We're doing a podcast on every scene of the film.
Mm-hmm. No, it's funny you mentioned that though, because I am going to do at some point early in the year next year after I watch it again and go through all the features on it. I didn't buy it myself because Justin sent it to me for my birthday. He told me not to buy it. It should be here any day now. Once I go through everything that's on it, I'm probably gonna do one of those like video essays on defending it. And kind of digging deep into it, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, as far as like all these streams about it, no.
What about this? I never saw this movie. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies made me realize how much I hate Gen Z.
I mean,
it's got that. What's his name?
Pete Davidson, Butthole Eyes. Yeah,
I'm not watching that, dude.
I'll tell you, it is like. It's harmless. I mean, it really is harmless. It is one of those movies that I walked away from just going like, like that's it, man. Like I didn't dislike it. I didn't particularly like it. There's some funny moments in it. And there's some cool kills. The whodunit angle was cool until you found out what actually happened. And then you're like, well, that's fucking stupid. So Yeah, I mean, overall, it was just fine, honestly.
And that was A24.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. I see people in the chat saying they like it. You know what? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I truly do not want to watch it. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want to. I didn't, Sydney made me watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. Jamie Lee Curtis was in that. That movie was fucking amazing. That was a big deal.
That's what everybody says. Somebody sent me a digital code of it like a month ago, and I still haven't redeemed it to watch it. Everybody keeps telling me to watch it.
Oh, it's a motherfucker. Thank you, Alexis Horror, 499. She says, I'm thankful for this podcast. You guys really helped me get through my week. Well, we're going to help you get through 2023 as well.
We will.
Week. At least try to every week.
Yeah, we'll try. No promises, but.
A24 is hit and miss. I'd agree with that. What else happened this year? Anything big happened this year that we can reflect on? I didn't go to Spirit Halloween that much this year. I went like 3 times, dude. Like,
same.
I kind of I feel bad because I felt like I burnt myself out on the Halloween season by the time it really got, because most people like us, especially the people in the chat, we kind of start in like June, and like everybody's watching the Halloween movies and they're putting their decorations out and they're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then by the time October hits, it's like, man, I've ran the well dry. I've watched everything.
Now shit, Christian, Josh, yeah, us meeting in person, that was a big deal. Yeah,
it was. How can I forget about that?
Got to meet Christian, got to meet Piz, Jess Graham, Jay the Stingray, so many cool dudes. Lorne, I got to pick Lorne's brain about movies, and he got to explain to me why I am not wrong in saying that Halloween 5 is a good movie. Like, because, look, I'm not saying Lorne is always right, but Lorne is a very intelligent person. And
debatable.
He will. No, he is. he is. And
I'm just hoping he was listening.
I know. And he will give you really thought out reasons why something is good or bad. And when Christian was like, Lauren likes Halloween 5, we were out at dinner one night and I was like, shut the fuck up. He's like, no, I like it. I'm like, oh God, please tell me why you like it. This is amazing. Yeah, man, got to hang out with all the guys. It was really cool. Got to meet Jeremy. I mean, come on. Jeremy was a star that weekend. It was great.
Yeah, that was great. Jeremy
got to meet Mike and Jay as well.
Mike was a little bit thinner than I thought. Jay was to a T what I thought he would look like.
And I don't know if it's just me, but did you notice they did seem a little shy in person? I think they're really good on camera, but I do think they're a lot like me. Whereas like I feel like I can come across as very like engaging on camera, but then when I first meet people, I'm kind of shy. They were the same way, but they knew exactly who we were when we walked up. They put out their hands. They're like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" It's like Christian was like, "I wonder if they'll remember us." It's like they should. They should.
Yeah, they were great. There was some kid like that was like, so we saw this kid meeting them two beforehand, and like the dad was like y'all gonna make me cry, because I guess the kid loved Mike and Jay so much, and Mike and Jay were really cool to him, and the dad was just like overwhelmed by it. And then we went up there.
Yeah,
that was fun. That was a good convention. We had a lot of where was that joint we went to? That Mexican joint? The place was pretty good.
Dude, I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, we went to a Mexican place, and for the first time in my life, we had steak for breakfast. Pizza wanted us to meet at Outback at 11 a.m. And I was like, this is different. So yeah, that was cool.
That was funny. That was really funny. Mm-hmm. And Piz is a big old grizzly bear, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big old boy. He's tall. I forget how tall he is,
I think he's a little bit taller than me. He's 6'5" probably. But yeah, because he called me tall. As soon as we all walked in, and he points me out and told me out. He's like, "You're a tall glass of water," and I was like, "What are you talking about? Look at you, motherfucker! Like you're massive too." I didn't expect him to be that tall.
It was so funny. We walked in. Everybody's just like a zombie walking in Outback Steakhouse. It's fucking empty. Like, of course, right?
Oh, dude.
Who else is there at 11 a.m.?
And we were up until 4:30, 5 o'clock drinking the night before. So like Piz wants to meet in the morning at Outback, and we're all hungover and fucking half dead. And there's nobody else in Outback. I felt bad for our waiter. He's like, Jesus Christ, there's like 15 people here. Yeah. First thing in the morning.
But that was fun. It's not that I can't think of anything good. I'm almost trying to think of what bad happened, and I don't know. Did we lose some important people this year? Who did we lose this year?
I mean, we do every year, it seems like. Ted White, right? Yeah.
Oh, we did. We just lost him.
Yeah, we lost Ted White. Shit. It's crazy. It's hard to keep up with because like literally people are dying all the damn time.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse too. I could say I could talk about something positive that I really enjoy. Clue Gallagher. We lost Clue. Mm-hmm. We lost Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta's in Cocaine Bear though, so he's still alive. I really love and appreciate throughout this year. Like I really fell hard for Sean Clark's YouTube channel and watching his collection and stuff. And what's cool about it is I truly don't watch with envy. I can really live vicariously through those videos of him just casually showing the chainsaw from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and 3. Just here's one from 2, here's one from 3. He's got the original posters framed up behind him. And I can watch the videos and just be happy. I'm just happy to see him. You know, I don't watch it like, man, I need that. Like, no, I'm just happy. It's so cool to see it. And the fact that he has like a badass, makeup guy as his, it's cool to listen to a person literally in the business talk about movies. And what I like about Chris, that's his name, right? Chris
Nelson, yeah.
Chris Nelson. What I like about Chris Nelson is he sounds, when I say us, I don't mean just me and you, but he sounds like us and the people watching. Like he says words like cool and awesome and boring or fun when describing movies. And this is a guy that literally works in the business. And, I always have this not necessarily bad, but I always have this impression that when you talk to people in the movie business, they're the turtleneck, highfalutin. They speak differently about movies and things like that. But no, he's just a dude. He's a fucking dude. And I just love that about Chris Nelson.
Chris is so laid back, it seems like. Like Sean will try to talk about shit like pertaining to the movie business. And like more often than not, Chris is just like, yeah. Like he's so laid back about it. Like he doesn't seem like one of those guys that's like, yeah, guys, I did makeup effects on The Dark Knight. I'm the shit, okay? Like he doesn't seem like that at all. Like he's just a really, really cool dude. And but no, it's crazy. I don't know if this was on the podcast episode or if this was something that Sean talked to us about after the recording, but the stuff that you see from Sean isn't even all that he has. I mean, he told us like he's got behind the scenes set photos from the original Halloween that he's not allowed to show because he technically doesn't own them, even though they are in his possession. He doesn't own the rights to them, so he can't show them. So like all the cool shit you see in Sean's collection, just know that there is so much that's even cooler that he cannot show.
I have the Kim Gottlieb photograph book, and everybody knows on planet Earth that's the person he's referring to when he's talking about pictures, because she's already put out a book on Halloween and the set photos, and they're awesome photos that they have. Like in that book, there's, amazing photographs, but the fact that she has a shit ton more, but she hasn't publicly released them, why not? Why not Kim Gottlieb's, and that book's great because it covers Halloween, Escape from New York.
I would assume it's probably a Trancas thing, man. Yeah.
It was The Fog, Escape from New York. Well, the fog was AFCO, but I'm
Yeah, it
assuming
was.
I'm assuming she did a lot of John's movies but dude, how fucking awesome would it be to be a photographer on a movie set just to take pictures, to get paid to take pictures?
I mean, dude, it'd be killer to have shit that you know that nobody else has. Like nobody. That's insane, man. That's that like. And Sean was like, "Yeah, I've got so many. I'm not." He's like, I'd show you, but I'm not allowed to show you. Like and I'm like, dude, that sucks because like I want to see him. Like, also too, man, Sean is good friends with Malika Akkad, so like he Sean gets invited to the set anytime they're doing a Halloween movie. Like anytime. So he gets a front row seat to this shit, man. Like he was there when they were filming Halloween Kills. I think he got invited to Halloween Ends, but I think he said he didn't go because of cons and whatnot. But like, yeah, dude, this guy just has a plethora of material and knowledge that just normal people don't have, and that's just awesome. So love picking Sean's brain. Really, really love it.
Yeah, getting him back on the show this year was great. Yeah, it's funny because I remember people seemed they loved that episode, and I checked the watch time of it. It's like 47 minutes. Like the average watch time was 47 minutes because it had to have been a record. I'm like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually we're gonna have to bring him back again with time and just talk to him. He is living the dream. Sean's living the dream. He is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really fell in love with his YouTube channel this year and watching his movie set locations and the Hellraiser 3 video. He never posted that other one yet though, did he? He said he was.
No, he didn't. Well, he's got a lot of shit in the can right now. Like he has multiple Horror's Hallowed Ground episodes that are done or almost done that he's like trying to plot out how to drop them and when to drop them. So I would assume, yeah, he's got a lot of shit on his plate, but I know he's been mainly focusing on, obviously the podcast with Chris, but yeah.
Justin says you should try to get Christopher Nelson too. I want to get Christopher Nelson just to talk to him about Return of the Living Dead 3. I told Nick this. I was like, dude, he worked on Return of the Living Dead 3. I need to talk to him about this. So I'd love to get Christopher Nelson on. I've messaged him a few times, but
Matt, I have reached out to Grim Life Collective a few times and never heard back from him.
I remember I hit you up about that a while ago. I was like, hey, we should get this. And I said, you were on a pretty decent hot streak of getting in touch with the people. So I said, you message him. I don't want to message him, so just to keep it. But unfortunately,
it didn't work. It didn't work. But they never saw the message.
Hold on. Somebody clip this right now. Grim Life Collective, I want you on this podcast. Reach out to Planet CHH or Lost River Drive-In on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Drop a comment. I can email you. We want you on this show. Please.
Come on the show. Do it.
On the show.
Don't be scared.
Hey, what's up, Dirty Money? Sean told me a while back that he was working on a location video for New Year's Evil. Has that ever materialized? I don't know.
I don't think it has. But he did tell he did say he filmed it. He has the footage, but he has not dropped the video. No, which would have been weird because today would have been literally the perfect day to do that. But I get it, man. Don't you get it? Like, I totally get it. How Sean is like, oh, I filmed this stuff and this stuff and this stuff, and I'm going to drop it on this day and this day and this day. And like shit happens in life and you just don't get around to it. And it's just like, well, no, dude, I filmed a revisited review of Krampus that I was going to drop on Christmas Eve. And with my family in town and everything that's been going on, I just didn't have time to edit and upload it on Christmas Eve. So I just never got it out. So I have this episode of Krampus in the can that never went on the channel. So I'm just going to throw it on Patreon because if I put it up now, it will get no views. So yeah.
Any guests you guys really want to get on the show in 2023? Any progress with Scout or Danielle?
No, I mean there are guests, but as far as Scout and Danielle, no progress at all.
Yeah, we've talked about cameoing them, but I keep telling Nick, if we put up the money for a cameo and we don't get them, I'm gonna be just so bummed out.
Oh yeah, because I think Danielle's cameo is like $100. So if we drop, like
we're working class, that's a lot of money for us.
Yeah, some people don't. $100 isn't that bad.
I can't drop $50 for I got a plan to spend.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know. No, we did not admit that, Brandon. I prefer X to Pearl, but Pearl is a better movie. But I enjoy X more.
Ivan Pagan 499. Thank you so much, Ivan. Much love, everyone. Love seeing the Horror Boys in the pod together. Always great vibes. God bless, Ivan. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Ivan. Austin, would you like to see a smile too? I couldn't care less. It made a lot of money, and a lot of people seem to like it, so I would not be opposed to them doing that for the crowd. Yeah, but I personally, I don't really care. Yeah, that's a good point, Ben. Christian's got all that Uneeda candles money coming in. Yeah, he can use that for the cameo.
Hey, guess who runs that business? Not me. That's the boss. She runs it.
Try to get Matt. If we could get Ty West on here, you have no idea. I would love to pick that man's brain. He's one of my favorite directors working right now.
Oh, dude, yeah. And everybody, when Sean, I hate to keep going back to Sean, but when Sean eventually gets the Midnight Mass guy, what's his name? Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan, yes.
When he gets on that podcast, don't effing forget where he got the idea. It was on this show.
Yep. We told him, he was like, I mean, I've got Mike's number. We're friendly. He texted me the other day. We're both like, what are you talking about? Why have you not jumped at the chance to get him on your channel? Like,
what are you doing?
Give me his number. We'll get him on here. Damn it. Like, come on. Flanagan and Ty West. Flanagan, Ty West, and James Wan are probably my favorite directors working right now. Like, dead serious.
James Wan would be a dream.
Yeah.
Because I want to be like James. Give it. He wouldn't answer me, but I'd say, all right, James Wan, give it to me straight, dude. Did the Saw sequels make you proud? Like honestly, don't bullshit me. Yeah, they made me proud. I guarantee you, he's too big. He can't give interviews because if he says anything to upset somebody, he can't. I think he's too high profile.
You know what? I've never seen him do interviews like on channels. Never. So, and he's kind of a titan of the industry now. He's really blown up. So, but you know what, guys? I'm gonna make a tweet. I'm gonna tag Mike Flanagan, and I'm gonna need you guys to get the word out there. Retweet it, like it, reply to it, and comment with his name on it. Tag him in it. Mike, get on the freaking podcast. Because I would spend hours talking to him simply about Midnight Mass. Dead serious.
Episode by episode.
Yes. I mean, let's get, but yeah, Rob Zombie on here would be the end game, but Rob Zombie is just like John Carpenter. It's not going to happen.
Get him. And if for some reason it happened, CR, that's because either me or Nick are on the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yes. Or we had a lot of fucking money. Like, yeah, I mean, that's because Rob doesn't do that. And even when he does, Rob is the type of guy, you can just tell from his interviews, he doesn't really like to talk about his movies. Like, he really doesn't. Like, he puts them out into the world and he's kind of done with them. He's like, I did this,
Yeah. He makes that sound a lot.
Yeah.
Dick Warlock on Uneeda. Oh my God. I would love to have Dick Warlock. I really would. I love Dick. Wait a minute.
I love Dick. Dick is great. He's not. A lot of the other Myers are really tall. Dick's kind of small, but I love Dick. Great dude.
Man, Dick had a good size.
Yeah, they say he was really stiff with it, but I like Dick.
Dick was stiff.
Dick was stiff.
He was stiff, actually.
No, he was.
Are you guys Green Inferno fans? The Eli Roth film? Yeah. You kidding?
Yeah, Yeah, but it's not a movie I watch a lot because it looks very real. So it's, it's like,
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah.
Well, again, one of these days I'm gonna get you to watch Cannibal Holocaust because it's basically a remake.
Marcel listens to the podcast. He's probably listening to this on the playback right now because he's off in another country. So I know time zones are totally weird. Marcel has not let me forget. He said, guys, you said you were going to do that as a patron exclusive episode. And I was like, I know, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We need to get around to doing that. It's only $1 for me and Christian's Patreon. And if you're a patron of either one of us, you have access to that episode when we do it.
I think that would be such a good episode, though. We, at the very least, should at least make it highly early accessed. And we can do a unlisted stream for the patrons, but I would eventually want to upload that episode because just us reacting to that movie would be phenomenal. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, dude.
Hold on. Matt said that is the only problem with men. It needed dick in it.
Loop says $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Love lives today. That's right.
But 2022 dies tonight.
Tonight.
Right.
I actually have reached out to Charles Ben to no avail, but I would love Charlie. Absolutely love Charlie. Brandon Dirty Money Tabata says Dick Warlock, Best Myers along with Wilbur. Wilbur Valderrama? Is that who you like?
Yeah, that's Wilmer.
I know. Small Dick.
Quentin, thank you for the super chat. Says, Happy New Year's Eve. I'm hoping to be a guest on the Uneeda Horror Podcast in 2023. Well, guess what, Quentin? Christian and I have talked about it, and we're dead serious. If we got you on here, we would ask you more about trains than Halloween because I don't know shit about trains. And if you actually love trains, my son loves trains. I want to know more about trains.
Me
dead
too.
Serious.
Is it? Here's the thing, though. What if he goes, no, dude, it's not Quentin loves trains. It's Quentin. It's Quentin loves trains.
Love strains, yes. Then you're like, what's a love strain? I don't know if I want to know that.
Well, listen, guys, this is going to be a super long one as we wind down. Thank you very much, Quentin. As we wind down, guys, tell me what you're most looking forward to in 2023. I'm glad to end the year on my channel with Uneeda. We let it rip.
Ohio State's winning by 11 in the third.
That's fine. What did he say?
He was telling me about the Ohio State game. I don't care. I'm not a college football fan. Like, I don't give a shit.
Oh, shit. Those are my favorite moments. Remember that one moment where you ordered Taco Bell on like that? I love it. No, I love that shit. That's my favorite kind of stuff.
I'm excited for Nick's OnlyFans in 2023. I'm telling you what, I'm like, seriously though, I have been asked dozens of times by people to do that. So
yeah, I've got one.
Yeah.
I already have one.
Nobody
subscribed.
We're gonna have a Uneeda Horror Podcast OnlyFans, and it's gonna be great. You guys are gonna like it.
Butthole Thursday.
No, you got to make it classier. It'd be called Brown Eye Thursdays.
And then on Fridays it's Double or Nothing. Dick and Balls, Double or
Oh
Nothing.
yeah, D&B.
Oh, thank you so much, Mike Mack, for $20 super chat. God bless, man. He says, grateful for finding both of your channels in 2022. My favorite Uneeda episodes are the casual commentaries. Feels like rewatching a movie with friends. Have a save in 2020. That's my thing, Mike, and I appreciate that very much, Mike. I think that those episodes are great. Once people, I know the feeling of like, well, I'm not watching. You don't have to. I swear to God, because the movie stimulates the conversation. Because what happens is we're watching a movie and then we see a bowl of Cheerios in the background. And then before you know it, we're discussing what really went wrong with Toyota Motors in the mid-90s. Like that's that's the point of the film. But sometimes we really get into the movie, like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I thought that was a good one, quite frankly.
It was. Halloween 5 was one of my favorites. Halloween 5 was, and we even made a fun episode out of Black Christmas 2019 because we talked more about everything else than that movie. So like, we can make any casual commentary fun.
I think so. But as we wind down, people are saying that they're ready for it looks
Evil
like
Dead
people are
Rise.
Evil Dead Rise and Scream 6. I'm ready for Scream 6. Oh, dude, I watched Wednesday with Sydney. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
I really did.
Brooke loved it, and she told me, she's like, you got to watch it. I'm like, that's what everybody keeps telling me.
Just the fact that she has a dance scene to the Cramps, one of my favorite bands, was fucking awesome. But everybody on TikTok was changing it for this different song, and it just broke my heart. But I am Team Jenna Ortega. That's my Nev Campbell for Scream. So I literally cannot wait to see her in every single movie this year.
Jenna she's a modern Scream queen for
I
sure.
love her. I
for
love
sure.
her. Yeah, and she's the real deal. She doesn't look super Hollywood. She's just a good-looking broad, but she's like normal. I dig her, man. I really do. I'm Team Jenna all the way.
Yeah.
But the older sister too, I dig. Hey, you know, I forget what her name is.
Melissa Barrera.
Yeah, I think she's my age. So
yeah, Jenna's like 20, and Melissa's in her late 20s, I think.
Yeah. But both of those chicks, man, I love them. So I'm Team Jenna, and I'm ready for Scream now. You know, I'm not gonna bash Nev. I'm gonna make that's my New Year's resolution is to not make fun of Nev because I like Nev.
You leave Nev alone, dude.
I am. I'm gonna leave.
No. Well, Christian in 2022, he had to stick up his ass about Jamie Lee Curtis, and then Halloween Ends comes out, and one of the first things he tells me is, "I gotta be honest, I didn't hate Jamie Lee in the movie." And I'm like, "I know, right?"
I love her as a person. She's so charitable. I mean, how are you gonna give that woman any shit? I mean, seriously, dude.
A lot of people don't like her because she's very outspoken about her politics, but it's like, I mean, she's a person. She's allowed to have her opinions just like you are, but at the end of the day, she is a super giving person. Yeah, she is just like, she's a good person. So like,
Yeah. Demons 2 all the way. I love Demons 2, Brandon. So Nick, what is your number one? What are two things you're looking forward to in 2023?
Movie-wise?
Movie-wise, give me a movie, and you can give me two movies. You can give me a movie and something else, or two movies, whatever you want.
Look, to be honest with you, I keep yo-yoing between a couple movies that I'm most excited for. Like the obvious answer would be Evil Dead Rise for me because you know how excited I am for that movie, and I have no reason to believe that it's not going to be good. But honestly, I'm really cautiously optimistic about The Exorcist, and I am unashamed to say it. I think it's going to be good. Sean told us that from what Chris has told him and shown him, Sean's looking forward to it. Sean believes in the movie. I'm looking forward to The Exorcist. I really am. I just want to sit in a theater and be able to hear those tubular bells come through those fucking speakers in a theater again and just be like, yes. So, those two movies I'm really excited for. But honestly, the thing I'm most looking forward to in 2023 is just hopefully just as lame as this might sound, and just getting my life back on track, man. Working things out with my wife and just getting back to a sense of normalcy, man. That's honestly above anything else. That's what I'm most looking forward to. So, yeah.
Fair enough, man. And I think everybody wants the best for you. So, Saw for me. I think there's a great Saw film still left in the Pantheon. And it's just keep grinding and doing what we're doing here with the podcast, with my channel, and the great friendships I've got in my life. They are all got some fruitful friendships with Nick, Brandon, Alexis, other people, just great friendships, like true friendships that are amazing. I love that. Uneeda Candles, everything's going good. I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, to be honest with you. Everything's just going good, but I got my good days and my bad days too. But movie-wise, movies keep me going, man. Without movies, I'd be fucked. I can't wait for Saw. Can't wait for the guests we'll get, because I know this year we're going to get somebody. No doubt in my mind. We're getting somebody big.
We're going to cough up $1,000 to get John Carpenter on here for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You just watch.
We're going to
also, guys, I'm telling you, 2023, I have a feeling 2023 is going to be the year of Hobgoblins too. Zach, if you're listening, you know Christian's PayPal and my PayPal.
Yeah. Zach, I feel so bad because Zach is such a diehard Uneeda Candles guy too. Every time we drop something, Zach's getting orders. Guys, I would have promoted, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm very happy, and my wife works her ass off. I would have promoted the listings we had today, but they're already gone. So if you did miss out on the Ninja Turtles, we're gonna have those restocked very, very soon. Poor Akeem, he was so bummed out. He was looking forward to them. Yeah, Saw for me, man. And I don't know. I just want let's just kick ass, guys. Like, we're not here for a long time, but let's be here and have a good time. Like, seriously. Reflecting on 2022, I feel like, it was, I want to make each year better than the last one. And, I don't necessarily know how to do that, but I'm going to try every day. So as we wind down the year, here's another thing. Don't make New Year's resolutions.
Fucking lame.
Just start now, whatever it is. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just go for it.
If you have to make it to where it has to be once a year that you tell yourself you're going to do something, it doesn't matter enough to you to do it. So if you really want to do something, do it now. Just do it. I mean, you guys know I've been open about some of my struggles, man. 2022, y'all don't even know, man. I started therapy for the first time in my life. I, addressed the fact that I was definitely indulging in certain things a little bit too much. I didn't, don't make it a New Year's resolution. Like, do it now.
Make it a New Year's revolution.
Yeah. Make it a New Year's Revelations. Yeah, just like Hellraiser.
A revelation. Big Money says, lost so many real life connections this year, but made so many here in YouTube land this year. Love you guys. Yeah, Brandon, you're a surrogate, I guess, for the podcast too, or an unofficial member. We love you. Brandon's a good dude. By the way, guys, after the stream, we're not that I'm complaining because we have 88 diehard Uneeda fans in here, but Piz must have started. Piz must have started his show. All hail the king. I love Piz, but no, for real. When we get done with this, guys, go over to Brandon's channel and go check out his. He made a New Year's Evil fan film, and I really don't even want to call it a fan film. It's just a damn good film. It's so good, and I was blessed to be able to provide the theme song I covered from New Year's Evil for the movie. It is phenomenal. Please, guys, go check that out. Brandon is a bad motherfucker. So yeah. Anyway, guys, listen, let's start wrapping it up. God bless each and every one of you. I'm seeing all the great comments from you guys. We're glad you're here with us. This is only the beginning, okay? You think you saw the best from Uneeda in 2022. You ain't seen a goddamn thing. You ain't seen shit.
Nothing.
I'm going to kick all of your asses. So be ready, Be ready. We did do a trash wax melt, Chris. We're going to do another one, though. Thank you, Josh, for $5 super chat. Happy New Year's, guys. Not sure if you've seen these, but what are your thoughts on Split Second and The Ugly? Split Second, I love. You're talking about the Rutger Hauer film. I have not seen The Ugly, Josh.
No.
That's fine. Yeah. He's asking. Thank you.
Yeah. I appreciate that for sure. But yeah, I haven't seen him.
All right, guys. God bless you.
Happy New Year, everybody. Have a fun, safe night tonight. Have a great start to the new year tomorrow. I hope everything you guys want to achieve next year that you achieve. And if you put your mind to it, as corny as it sounds, you can fucking do it. I promise you. So Happy New Year. Enjoy the end of this holiday season. And we're about to get right into the taint of seasons because January and February suck. So, yeah.
Good night.